All right, so I wanted to film like an update video on my progress so far. I first wanted to go over my 2022 data. So I just finished, or not just, like honestly, a couple weeks ago, I just finished my 2022, backtesting all of 2022. January through February aren't in here, but like I'll show you guys that in a bit. I don't know why, but I did it in two separate things. It wasn't too great, but so these are the stats. Basically, a break-even year, 50,202. Um, yeah. So RR of 1.22, hella break-even trades, which is a shame. And then these were the monthly stats. So March, April, okay, I did really bad. May, that was my worst month. But then October, I started using. I had been researching this strategy because the strategy I had been using just it wasn't working for me. Like I don't promote switching strategies and like strategy hopping, but like I wasn't doing too great with it and it just wasn't clicking for me, and I gave it a chance. Like I had been backtesting it for a month of like real time, and then like multiple months in backtesting up until I think September was when I did it. And then late October, I started using this other strategy that I had been researching and watching lots of videos on before, but I just didn't want to be a strategy hopper. Then I did it and I started immediately gaining like some clarity and seeing a difference. So this was my best performing month, the month I switched the strategy. And let's see yeah, so still not too great of a month. I mean, but better than the rest. You know, it's improvement regardless. And I didn't finish the year negative, which is good. Like I didn't, and I never went. I don't think I ever went below what would be considered max drawdown. Yeah, no, I never went below max drawdown for like a simulated funded account, which was the whole reason I chose the $50,000 balance. So I wouldn't have blown the account either throughout a whole year. Obviously, it's not like I'm reasonable to expect to take a whole year to pass an account. But point is that I was break even most of the year, which is not a bad position to be in at all. So yeah, these were those stats for that year. I was also, as you can see, like I was messing with the RR and just risk for that strategy. Like some trades are 319, some are 760. The losses are sort of around the same place. So I was messing with that. But then, and average RR, yeah, as I said, 1.22. But then I started 2023 data with the new strategy. And this is it so far. And significantly better results, which is feels so good. Like I'm seeing significant improvement already with this new strategy. Was barely in drawdown, and lowest drawdown was only like 846, so I wouldn't have blown the account, and I would have passed this account in like I think a month or 2 months. But yeah, higher RR with this new strategy, higher win rate, break even trades 13, still pretty high. Trying to work on that, and as you can see in like January, I was still like figuring out the model, learning from it in the beginning of January, but then towards the end, it kind of started clicking, and I was just focusing on being strict with my rules. And as you can see, a huge difference in how I'm performing January, February. Oh, February, another positive month, also really nice. Hella break evens and a couple losses, but overall, good month. I normally, and as you can see here, around February, because I'm still very new to the strategy. I've been backtesting for like maybe 3 weeks now, maybe. Um, but as you can see here, like I'm getting 750, 752. So I started full closing at 1 to 2, and I only risk zero point 0.7 per trade. So that's like a strict rule I have for myself, which just to avoid greed and just to raise my win rate. That means I also do not close below 1 to 2. So that's why I have so many break evens. Like I'll have trades that go to 1 to 1, but they don't. It doesn't matter because I don't take profit until I hit 1 to 2. So I'm experimenting with that, whether it would be better to just take profits at 1 to 1 always by standard, and then let it run to 1 to 2 or higher, or just full close at 1 to 2, no early take profits, but no runners past 1 to 2. So in 2023, I've been really focusing on that, just strictly taking A plus setups. And if I'm not confident in the price action or specific, just the price action, then I won't take it. So it's also partially discretionary, but I'm just being way more strict and selective with my setups, which is good because I clearly am seeing a difference in just taking high quality setups. But the problem is that since I'm only trading New York AM and strictly taking A plus setups, I'm not finding as many setups now. So like as you can see here, let's see, in January, this was, I don't know what was going on here. It's the price action in January 2023 was pretty nice. As you can see here, I got some good setups, and I know other people who back tested 2023 price action with the same strategy I use, and they had like a fully green month almost every day of the week too. And the strategy didn't really start clicking for me until like this week right here. So then February, as you can see, like I have more trade opportunities. I'm finding some. So typically if I take 2 trades, it's a re-entry. It's not like 2 separate trades. The re-entry is always like I feel like the last one was a stop rate or something like that. The last stop, when I got stopped out in the last trade, it was just a re-entry. And I'm very confident. It was just a stop rate. So if I have 2 trades on a day, it's because I'm very confident in the draw still. I still only risk max 1% per day because I treat this like a real account. So I risk 0.7% originally on the trade, and if it's a re-entry where I got stopped out on after the first one, then I risk 0.3% on the second one. Obviously, if it's just a break even, I still carry the same risk on the re-entry. But I had lots of good trades February, and then March I've been doing okay because towards the end of February I kind of lost it. I was like getting some pretty bad losses here. It was low-key just messing with my win rate a bit, but it was messing with my win rate. So as a result, I kind of got strict, like really strict with my trade selection. I've been doing decent in March, but it's just like one trade a week. Like 3 weeks in a row where I just took like one day. Well, there was one day of trading. So in real life, that wouldn't be sustainable. So I'm kind of working on that. I'm also still learning the models. So when I noticed there's a move that was A plus that I missed, because there's also, I noticed at least one A plus trade a day, a week of backtesting that I missed, which means like there'd be 2 trades this week, 2 trades this week, 2 trades this week. And there's some weeks where I miss like 2, maybe even 3 A plus setups for the week. So it's like some of these weeks would have like 4 days of trading or 3. So it's like once I get more comfortable with the model and I'm just more comfortable with price, because at the end of the day, the model is also partially discretionary. Like your trading will always have some of your own discretion involved. I'll probably be averaging. I want to at least average 2 trades a week because I feel like that's actually sustainable long term to be able to live off of trading. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. There's some psychology shifts. So the first one being, I read this in a book, but I just focused on where I am right now and today in my journey and how I can move forward from that. And it allows me to feel better about moving forward in trading versus like, because I would compare myself to people be like that like became profitable in 8 months or like a year. And I've been doing this for a year and like 2 months now, and obviously not profitable yet, but I'm showing some signs of profitability on backtesting, which is good improvement. But point is, I had these expectations for myself to be at a certain point in my journey by this time, and now that I'm at this specific time and I'm not at those expectations I set, it was kind of messing with my psyche a bit. So I started focusing on just that, where am I today, and with what I have now, how can I move forward? It's allowed me to feel a lot better about my progress and actually recognize it and appreciate it. Because it hasn't been till lately, like low-key, like past couple days, where I started actually appreciating and recognizing the improvement I've made. It's in number. Like it's proof. I'm improving right here. Like this is proof. So another thing I'm also focusing on is valuing process and not progress by numbers, which is kind of contradictory to what I just said. But like at the end of the day, even with the losing trades, I'll still feel good about them if I follow my rules. Like if the trade was a result of me following my rules, I will feel good about them. So I only take A plus setups that check off all of my list, and if I feel good about them. So if it goes to red, I always tell myself, like, before that I like click the skip button for the next candle, I've done what I can. It is not in my hands anymore. I followed my model, and that is all I can do, right? So a green day for me is a day where I follow my model. So March, all of these days are green days. We see February. This was a red day. I remember I kind of broke my rules here. I'm sure the green days are all green days though. I think this was a red day for me just because I should have stopped at 2 break evens. Break evening way too much there. I should not go for a third re-entry in my opinion. So that was a red day for me. But yeah, a red day is just a day where I break my rules or do something I know I shouldn't have. Green day is a day where I follow my rules. So regardless of the outcome, if my rules are followed, it's a good day. And once I started really focusing on process over like win rate or profit, and just valuing process of following my rules and having good psychology, having a reason to enter, I've noticed significant improvements in the things I shouldn't care about, like win rate and total P&L. So yeah, I've also kind of made it a thing like to not check my win rate after every backtesting session. So if it goes down or up, I'm not like hurt by it, because the only thing I care about now is if I followed my rules, and on the days that I followed my rules, I did good, and I feel good about those days. So this is actually my first time seeing my win rate in a minute. So that's it. Just wanted to update you guys on my journey so far, where I'm at. Hadn't made a video in a minute, so I just kind of wanted to document this. But significant improvement. This is still only the beginning though. I'm considering tomorrow starting forward testing New York AM with like just on trading view, because I am showing some sign of consistency and ability to pass a funded. So just taking it day by day, back testing a week of data a day still, and watching one trading video a day at least, or like getting put on to some type of sauce at some point every day, and just having patience. That's the hardest part for me, the patience.